Shana Kassel. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Southern Orange County, California. I'm interning here as an IT associate, followed by on-the-job training here in September. Growing up, I had perfect 20/20 vision. I could see really well. And since my mom and my brother were the ones with the bad eyesight because of a hereditary eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa, I was always the one helping them in a dark theater, for instance, or when there was a curb up ahead. At the age of 18, I got a job at Best Buy. That's when I really fell in love with technology. I was a personal shopping assistant, so I worked all throughout the store, not just one department. Since I had some night shifts, I did have to work. I had to drive at night. I started to notice I was bumping into curbs, but I didn't think anything of it. It was one time during one of my shifts, I was walking really quickly to the back and I plowed over a little girl. I felt horrible. I felt even more sick to my stomach because I just didn't see her. It was when I was 19 years old at Lake Havasu, looking up at the night sky, and my friend said, "Shana, look at all the stars in the sky." And I chuckled and said, "What stars?" And I was serious though, because growing up, I could see the stars. And that's when I knew something was wrong. So I went to the Harvard Eye Institute in Laguna Hills, California with my mom, and that's when the doctor said, "I'm sorry, you have retinitis pigmentosa and cystoid macular edema." I went to the car. My mom told me to wait inside since she had to make a phone call to my dad, letting him know the news that the doctor said. She broke down in tears, which made my heart just sink. It was after that, it was very difficult when it came to working and just getting around. I still drove during the day, but that even was becoming difficult. On my jobs I had, it was hard to see the computer screen, making it hard to even have a lasting job, or looking at print on a piece of paper. It was when I was 26 years old, and that was the last job I had at the doctor's office. I had to quit because I could not see the computer screen anymore or the fine print. I also decided to give up my driving at that point. It wasn't easy. I felt angry. I felt helpless. Here I was 26 years old giving up driving. My mom was 56 years old. So why is my eye condition progressing so quickly? But I didn't let that get me down. I knew there was a way. There's always a way. So I reached out to the Retinitis Pigmentosa Facebook group, asking if they had any ideas. And that's when they put me in touch, recommending that I go to my local Department of Rehabilitation. And then I went to the Braille Institute in California, in Orange County, and that's when I began my O&M training. That's when they ended up recommending that I go to the Orientation Center for the Blind in Northern California. And that's where I went for 6 months. One of the most impactful times of my life was there. I call it my Jedi training because I learned my independence dealing with vision loss. I had to do everything under sleep shade, from Braille to O&M, computer skills, assistive technology, cooking, cleaning. And that's when I knew I definitely wanted to do something in technology. And thanks to Sue Pelbath, who was my rehabilitation counselor at OCB, found World Services for the Blind and the Desktop Support Technician program. And that's when I knew 100% this is what I wanted to do. That's right, the Southern California girl was going to Little Rock, Arkansas. And believe me, I had doubters. I had people saying, "Shana, you're visually impaired and you're going into computers, you're going into IT. Not only that, you're visually impaired and a female going into IT." But guess what? That only added fuel to my fire. And so I came here to World Services for the Blind. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first came here, it was a culture shock. But I knew I would acclimate. I always do. And when I began the Desktop Support Technician program, it wasn't easy. I came into the program having a passion for technology and computers, but honestly, I didn't know what a North Bridge was, a South Bridge, a SCSI. I mean, a SCSI, that sounds like a type of drink. But was eager to learn. I was so eager. And when we learned about computer hardware, that was my weakness. But it so happens that turned into one of my strengths. That during one of the class projects, our instructor, Brian Upshaw, had the class put together a parts list, a custom PC build. And then as the class would choose the top 3 of what we would actually build this PC. I was so ecstatic and so proud of myself that my PC build, a Core i3 Skylake processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a solid state drive. That was mine. I know a lot of you are thinking, what the heck does that mean? Just know it's really cool and really fast. It's because. And here I am now. I graduated the desktop support program. I'm CompTIA A+ certified, soon to be Network Plus certified. And when I first came to World Services for the Blind, I just thought of it as WSB. WSB, it's an acronym. But after being here for 8 months and really getting to know the staff and all the clients, it has a whole new meaning to me. WSB. W, we are in this together. We all have a purpose. We all are unique in our own way, yet we can all relate to one another. Although we may not have sight for S, we all have a vision to keep moving forward and having a life for ourselves. And B, to be bold, to boldly go where no one's gone before. Thank you.